Alright, so Mike asked a question about reverse de la Riva, and a really good question, how to use it to sweep and stuff like that. I developed my reverse de la Riva mainly because of Rach. She's got a really good knee slice pass. So let's have a look at using the reverse de la Riva. The reason it's such a good counter to the knee slice pass is if Rach can get this inside knee to the ground, it makes for a really hard time for me. It's very, very hard for me to dig my way from back here. Not impossible, but very, very difficult. As she steps up though, if I can weave this leg and get my knee behind her knee and slide my arm in between our legs, I'm in a much safer position. She can't get that knee to the ground now without severely compromising her base. My left leg, I usually like to just frame it on the hip here, okay? Don't go too far across, otherwise there's a really nice steamer lock you can hit from there, okay? And I like to control the sleeve. So from a couple of different angles now, Rach is in my half guard, she goes to step up, straight away I swing in, boom. You can see there my arm slides in between our legs and I'm just using my elbow there. Knee pit to knee pit. I like this particular grip here. We'll have a look at this grip in a moment as well. Okay, some good options. One more time. Let's go this way. Rach is in my knee shield, she pops up. You can see now I swing to here. So I've almost created a perpendicular angle already, which is a really, really effective way to sweep. Okay, so entering the reverse de la Riva. All right, so we're going to have a look at two sweeps together here because they're very, very similar, just with one minor difference to the leg positioning. All right, so we've gotten into that reverse de la Riva position, maybe from the knee slice, maybe they're standing to pass, maybe we just woke up there. Okay, so Rach steps up, and we've gotten here. Okay, like I said, I like this sleeve because that lets me bring Rach onto me. And you can see because my knee's inside, I can take all of her weight. As we just mentioned, that creates a perpendicular angle. I load her up, drive forward. From here, I come through for an underhook. Now from here, there's a bunch of different ways I can finish the pass, and it will really depend on how they respond with their legs as they're getting swept, whether they go to recounter, claim guard, or just flop like a blue belt. Okay? So from a slightly different angle now. One, two, three. Load Rach onto me. I've got all her weight here, and I just forward, underhook, and you can see here our normal half guard passes the play. I can come knee slide, cross knee, the world's your oyster. Okay. Now all in one, let's have a look at one tiny little difference that I really, really like, combining this sweep with the lasso guard as well. Okay. Here, and this time, Rach starts to bring her elbow inside so that I can't use that. That's cool, because now I can climb around, boom. And that actually gives me an advantage. If I pull this hand into my pocket and keep my elbow nice and close, Rach, get your arm back, very difficult. All right, we load them up, same deal. There is a really nice bicep slicer here, brown belts and above. Or you can just let go of that and come up into that same passing position. Okay? So a couple of variations on reverse de la Riva sweeps there. Okay, so probably the most well-known reverse de la Riva attack is the Kiss of the Dragon. Sounds really rad, is really rad, but isn't anywhere near as hard as it looks. People think it's a little person's technique. I'm not that little, and I seem to have a fair bit of success with it. So let's have a look at my spin on it, guys. Okay, the boss stands up, we get to that reverse de la Riva position. Now this time, I'm using my right arm to counterlever against her shin, and you can see that creates rotation, okay? I bring my left arm inside, and then my left knee through. This left foot creates a hook. Now I'm going to do the same on the right side. My right hand circles out, I circle, my right foot comes inside. From here, they're going to have one of three reactions. If they stay standing, I'm going to kick through, take her base out, Go straight to my seat belt. All right? From there, it's actually very common. Their hands kind of go up. You'll often catch the collar straight away from there. So again, that technique. Okay, I create counter rotation with my right arm, push through, hook, shin, shin, hook, extend, boom. See Rachel's hands have come straight up, straight into the collar, away we go. All your back control. First finish. Okay, so you'll get anyone once with that first finish. After that, they'll start to run away. But with that crab ride position, with your feet hooked and their shins hooked, you've still got a lot of control over them. So let's have a look at how we can finish in that instance. Everything else is the same. Rach stands, I get my knee pit, I get my arm through, and I rotate through, pushing, pushing. This hook's very important. If this is loose, Rach can just start to step around. Okay, it's all for nothing. So come back, or do the whole thing again, and do that too. Boom, this hook, two. Okay, Rachel's going to put her hands on the mat now and start to run away. But as long as I keep this constant tension, we're good to go. I take one hand, grab the belt. Other hand comes to ground, up over my knee, and I start to take the back. Okay? Again. A little bit more real time. Okay, I get my reverse De La Riva hook in, bring myself around. 1, 2, they already start to go. Come up. From here, I can come forward. I can start to come back and attack. Whole bunch of options. Right there, if they run away. Okay, let's have a look at a third and final response once you've kissed their dragon, I guess you'd say. Okay? You're behind them, and what they do now is they go forward and they roll onto their back so that you can't take their back. Okay? One of the first things we learn is if your shoulders are on the earth, it's going to be very, very difficult for your opponent to take your back because the earth's already got it. So we're here. Okay. Everything as per usual. I want nice and deep. 1, 2. Rash goes forward. She knows that as long as I can see her back, I can take her back. So she flops to one side or the other. I base and I come on top. Okay. You can see her legs are pinned there. You come out to a leg drag position. You can come straight over the top. You've got a whole range of options there. So, granted, you don't get the back from that position, but it's still not worth giving up. You've still gone from on bottom to being on top. In a competition, you'll get sweep points and mount points, but if nothing else, you've gone from bottom position to top position. So one last time. Everything else starts off the same. Here, home free, they start to flop. Base, come on top, okay, and again. Maybe you want a cradle pass. Variety of options. Just depends on what they give you. There's some reverse De La Riva stuff, Mike. Hope you liked it.